Hello and welcome to this brand new channel, Soul Story Reading Worldwide. So I want to welcome you and just give you just a short introduction about myself. For those who don't know me yet, I'm a German psychic medium, spiritual teacher, human design guide, Akashic records consultant, and just felt the calling the last days to start this new channel for a more open worldwide community of spiritual interested people interested in personal development and higher consciousness and deeper healing, inspiration, divine guidance. So this is what I want to offer you here. And of course, I really appreciate when you want to support this channel by liking, commenting, sharing this channel, the videos, and also if you want to spend something on the PayPal link for this account. I would appreciate that too, of course. And also there's the Amazon wishlist. So, what is this pick a card reading about today? We just want to have a deep dive today. And this is a deep dive into your heart space. Yeah? We just want to find out what are your deepest heart's desires in this life. So what is your heart looking for? What is it longing for? What is it really craving for? What is it wishing for? Yeah. So all these questions we want to find out the answers today for you. And if you liked this video, this pick a card reading, please let us know in the comments what was matching for you and if you liked it, or if you have some inspirations received from this reading. So as I already mentioned, I am from Germany, so English is not my mother language, so please beware of that. I really try to give my best to give a good translation about the inspirations and insights I have during the reading and also the card decks I'm working with. Some of them are German language, some of them are English language, so it will be just a mix of that, but I really give my best to make all the messages very clear and understandable for you, and I'm sure also my English language skills will develop the next weeks, months and years with this channel too. So and again, happy welcome for you. I hope you will enjoy this reading. You will find the timestamps in the video description down below, and we will just start right now with pile number 1, and then we have pile 2 and 3 afterwards. So, a happy heart welcome for you, for all guys, for all men and women who picked this reading, pile number 1. So, let's just check in your heart space, your heart desires. What is your heart looking for, wishing for, craving for, and how can you just bless your heart with all these things in your life? All right, I hope you can just see all the cards and messages on it. I'm gonna just check if there's everything in frame so you can just see all details. Okay, first of all, before I start looking at the cards, I will just tune in for a moment and seeing if there are any channeled messages for you from your heart space. What is it looking for, craving for, what are its desires, deepest desires from your heart. Okay. So first of all, what I hear is your heart really desires to be free. So you have got a free heart, or a heart that is really loving freedom. It's loving being free. And what is meant by this is not being free of everything, not being free of purpose, or being free of close relationships, or being free of anything. It's just meant that it wants to be free flowing. Your heart really wants to free flowing its energy, its love. It just wants to create more freely. Your heart is really desiring more freedom in how it can work, how it can just express itself to the world. So this is what I get first from your heart. And your heart wants to tell you that it's very strong, very powerful, and that it has so much to offer, to give to the world. But it was, until now, it was kind of limited by the ways it was allowed to express or to give into the world. So, and this is what your heart really is craving and longing for, just to break free from these limitations and just to have a more free flow of its energy in your daily life, in your business, in your relationships, in your life path. Yeah. Okay, so I just see if there's more. What your heart really wants to tell you is that it's important for you to know that that there's no need to hide your heart from the world. So very often we make like difficult experience for our heart space, and or we are not that sure or that confident with our heart energy in the world, because maybe we are afraid of that it's not being received very well. So, and this is why we kind of hide like a certain part of our heart energy, of our heart gifts and blessings and qualities. So, and this is what your heart wants you to know, that it really wants you no more to hide its energy, its expression, its qualities. Yeah, it really wants to break free of all limitations, of all hiding, of all. It does not want to be like kept like it's in a cage. It does not want to be caged. Yeah? So it wants really to break free. Okay, so this is what I get from your heart space instantly. for all of those who picked this pile number 1 reading. And now we just jump into the cards and see what are the messages on the cards and see what inspiration we will receive for this. So the first card is Simplify. And what I get by this is your heart wants you to see and do things in a more simple way. So it means your heart is also saying your heart is simple. It's just simply loving, flowing of energy. And it just wants to live that flow. Yeah, just giving, receiving, giving, receiving, giving, receiving. So this eternal flow of energy. So, and it's just saying to you, it's just so simple. You don't need to complicate your heart space or your heart energy flow. It's also like the butterflies. The butterfly is flying by doing what? It's flying by doing just putting the wings up and then putting it down. So it's very simple. It's just like doing this all the time. But by doing this all the time, by just like receiving love and giving love, receiving energy and giving energy, it's just flowing. And this allows the butterfly to just fly in the air. So, and be just free, yeah, free floating, free flying in the air, in the space. And this is what your heart wants to tell you. Your heart is really working in a simple way of just open up, giving love, giving energy, and receiving it back. So, and this is like breathing in and breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, yeah, putting your wings up and putting them down. And it's always the same thing to do for your heart. And if you want to free your heart, it's just allowing him to breathe in and breathe out. The energy, the love, the appreciation, whatever it is. Yeah, so it's just very simple, and your heart wants you to simplify how you just use your heart energy or your heart frequency in your daily life. Yes, and your heart is really longing for acceptance. And of course it's longing for acceptance from the world, for acceptance from other people. Your heart wants to be and feel accepted and integrated and being part of the world, of the community, of the human mankind. And so this is one side of the medal. And the other side is your heart just wants to be accepted by you, by your conscious mind, by your conscious personality, by your human self, like your person identity. So, and it really wants to be accepted for what it is. So, like this simple flying butterfly. So, your heart wants you to accept the truth of your heart being this simple as it is, by working, by just living this heart energy, this heart frequency of love. I just want you to accept that it's so simple, not always easy, but actually pretty simple to just breathe in the love and breathe out love and energy. It just wants you to really acceptance the simplicity of life, of giving and receiving and being in the flow and Okay. So let's see what's next from your heart. Yeah, this is funny because like this image is like a little part of this card also. And I've also recognized this image here, like these two playful like fairies. They just about to play and dance and have fun and so on in the moonlight. And now we are seeing the same picture here. And it's also about what I hear is your heart wants you to be light-hearted. Your heart wants you to be playful, to have fun, to just be light-hearted. It's just like this is a key word in this whole reading. I already know in the beginning now is your heart really wants you to be more light-hearted, yeah, more playful, more pleasureful, playful. Yeah, and it also wants you to be with this light-hearted energy. It wants you to be more spontaneous too. Yeah, just like don't overthink everything, over analyzing, over planning. So like over planning is maybe a huge issue for some people here in this group. So just try to be more spontaneous like a child. Children are very often so spontaneous. They just react to their instant, like conscious or subconscious inspirations, ideas, or impulses, and they're just living in the moment. And this is also something your heart wants you to do: is living in the moment, living in the here and now. Be playful, be spontaneous, be lighthearted, be humorous, be just your happy self. So your heart really desires more fun also in your life, more happiness, more playfulness. So this is about your perception, yeah? Yeah. So your heart wants you to just maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times a day, or just more often if you like, but just a few times a day, tuning into your heart space. Just like putting your hands on your heart, your left hand or both, yeah? Or just close your eyes and connect with your heart space consciously, and just perceiving what is the energy in your heart space right now. Are there any wishes or spontaneous ideas or inspirations or something like this? So your heart wants you to more recognize it consciously. Yeah, so what your heart is also longing for is making new experiences in life. So your heart is a very curious heart. So, and this curiosity is something you can just allow your heart more in your life. And your heart is not like this warrior, like who is just jumping into something brand new and just being brave and courageous and so on very strongly. This is not the energy from your heart. Your heart is like more smooth, more introverted, more sensitive, more careful, but also it wants to make new experiences, but just more in a gentle and a softer way. So you can just like supporting your heart by just create new experiences for your heart space in your life, but more in a careful, smooth way. Yeah, not like jumping and this crazy super fast stuff in life. This is not what your heart is longing for, but for, yeah, like very sensitive new experiences. Yeah. And just what I hear is like always, first of all, for your heart, it's good to just like test a little the water. Yeah. So what is it feeling? What's the temperature? And so on. Do I like it? How does it feel? So your heart is curious, but also careful and sensitive. So this is something you can be aware of when introducing new experiences to your heart. So here we got trust. Yeah. And this is what your heart wants to tell you, that it really need you to trust in its power. To trust in its power, that it can create and manifest everything in your life. Yeah. So it just tells me that it has the feeling of that you are consciously not trusting your heart's power and how mighty it is. Yeah. So very often, because your heart space is also very sensitive, so gentle and loving and soft and deep, and yeah, just a lot of sensitive feelings and emotions and so on, and we want to protect it and so on. So, and this is like when we do all this, what is also correct, being responsible and careful with your heart space, of course. But then we often forget how powerful your heart chakra, your heart, or heart space, or heart energy is. Like it's one of the mightiest and the strongest powers we have in our life is our heart power. So we can like create and manifest and attract just like everything by feeling it deep in our heart, feeling the joy of receiving it, feeling the power, and yeah, so your heart really wants you to trust more in this heart power it has. It is just not this very small and fragile and sensitive thing that totally break when you just touch it a little bit too strong. So sometimes it feels like this because we get hurt so easy in our emotions and heart space, but this is not really hurting or breaking your heart, truly. Your heart is capable of much more than you can imagine. So this is something you can just remember, put again into your mind, that your heart is much more powerful and much more capable than you think it is. It's not fragile. It's not easy broken totally. So we have the card here, it's called timing. So, and this card from the energy spoken is of yin energy and yang energy. So it's the sun, the lion, the flowers, the mountains, and so on, the day. And we have the water, the moon, the universe, the dolphins, the fishes, and so on. So this is more the yin energy. And what your heart is telling me is that it is longing for both in your life. It just does not want to live only half of it. Yeah. So maybe you are in your life more like focusing on one side of these energies or fields of experiences, and your heart just wants to let you know that it really wants to experience both polarities, both energies, both qualities in your life, like giving and receiving, like light and the more shadow side that is more hidden from the world. So, and it's also what your heart is telling me. It's that maybe some of you in this group are hiding more of its yin energy qualities to the world by only presenting the yang energy, because of course our world is very focused on yang energy. So I think it's very obviously that even today we just need more yin energy in the world. So yeah, just try to connect more conscious and deeply to your yin energy in your heart space, and just bring that also to the world. Okay? Yeah, so this is so interesting because in the beginning of the reading we already had this message about acceptance. And now we have the same message again in one pile, in one reading. So this always means there is really an urge of really consciously understand and use this message for your life and your connection to your heart space. So your heart really wants to be invited and appreciated by you as a really special gift, as it is. So just like more invite your heart with its energy, with its love. Invite it more in your life, in your daily life, and in your conscious perception of your whole being. And it's telling me also that, like I said before, there's a longing for in your heart to be more accepted in the world. And of course, the first step for this, to make this way free in the world, is your heart to be accepted fully by you. So just ask yourself what kind of qualities you don't accept for yourself consciously or subconsciously from your heart. Do you accept that it is very sensitive? Do you accept its nature, its energy, its wishes and desires? All these things. So just ask yourself, when you know the qualities of your heart, do you really appreciate and accept them? Or do you judge yourself or judge your heart for just some specific qualities or aspects it has? So as long as there are something like judgmentals to your heart from yourself, you cannot fully embrace your heart space, your heart energy. And if you really want to share your heart gifts with the world, more, you first have to really share it with yourself and learn to love it, learn to love all the qualities of your heart and appreciate them and welcome them. And what I always hear very often in my mind is just please try not to judge yourself or your heart space for its qualities. Like, this is like hurting yourself the most. Yeah, it's hurting yourself much more than when other people just judge you for your qualities. So this is the first step of your heart breaking free and healing and transformation. Is just really to embrace all of your qualities. So this card is saying there's a wish free for you. Yeah. So what is meant by this is just like your heart. It's like attracting everything for you want. So if you really connect with with your heart space, with your love, and it really wants you to just to get everything you really want in your life, want to have in your life, and not only this material stuff and so on, but yeah. And your heart really wants to give you hope. So Hoffnung is hope. It's a German word. And yeah, your heart really wants you to not stop hoping for that you will receive what you are longing for, what your desires are. So just like accept your heart and its qualities and its energies and its aspects, and just accept that your heart is so mighty, so powerful, that you can attract everything with your heart space by this picture, blowing this thing here into the wind, into the space, into the universe, and then it will match somewhere in the universe and the energy is coming back to you for what you're wishing for. So, and your heart is just telling, like, don't stop believing in it, in your wishes coming true. Yeah? Your heart really wants to give you a lot of hope for your presence and future to receive all these things you're really longing for. Because, and this is a very important message for everything, for every one of us. So if there is a very deep strong longing deep inside of you, like for years or decades or for your whole life, and this is still lasting, and it's not stopping to be there. Yeah, so it's just like it's always with you on one level in your perception, in your mind, in your heart space. So you just need to make yourself clear that there's a fundamental reason for this longing, that it is inside of you so deeply and for such a long time. So this is not a mistake. This is not an illusion. This is not something totally unimportant, or this is not a like there's no way that this longing or this deep desire you have for something in your life, it's no way that this is a mistake or that this has nothing to do with your life path or with your um, higher purpose, with your soul plan in your life path. So please accept, please give yourself the acceptance for that everything you are longing for, you want to have in your life, you really feel deep down in your heart space that it's important for you to be happy. Please don't ignore that. Please don't judge this as something being not important or something being something that you don't deserve, because everything you're really desiring in your heart, you're longing for, you're craving for, you're looking for, you're searching for everywhere in your life. Of course, this has a deep meaning for you, and there's a purpose in following this longing and this desire. It's not a mistake. It's not a misunderstanding. It's not something that you should ignore. So even if the whole world is telling you like, oh, this desire you have in your heart, so this is failed, this is not going to happen, or this has nothing to do with you, or this is just an illusion, or this is just not important, or it's not worth of like trying to make this come true. Please don't listen to all these voices. The only voice you should ever listen to, first of all, is the voice of your heart, of your divine heart, because this is where your soul is telling you on all levels, like consciously, subconsciously, physically, energetically, emotionally, like where your soul is telling you as a human what really matters to you, what's really important for you to be happy, to be fulfilled as a human in your heart space. So please don't do this mistake ignoring these longings, these urges, these desires coming from your heart, no matter what the world is like mirroring to you, because this is all like their perception, and what do they have to do with your soul plan, or with your divine guidance, or with your purpose? Nothing. They just have nothing to do, or they just have, most of the times they don't have any clear perception of what matters to you deep down inside of you, in your heart. Some people can, of course. Some people are very, very sensitive, very like psychic, medium, or just spiritual, very connected person, very awake person. And of course they can get and read you and so on. But this is something you can just take into consideration as like a second voice if you want some, if you need some. But this should never be your first voice after you decide by going for something or going not for it. Okay? So this is very important for this reading here for your heart. Yeah, and it always starts with self-reflection, of course. Just mirror yourself, not only by the world, mirror yourself. So this word Trost, I don't instantly know the English word, but you can just like translate it for yourself if you want so. Um, the meaning of it is like when somebody is sad, yeah, or have like a difficult situation, and you just go over to him, like hug him, embrace him, and just say some pretty nice, loving words, like uplifting words, and you just like yeah, you just hold the space in a loving way for another person. This is what is meant by Trost. So, and yeah, so your heart is telling me, like with the self reflection and the Trost, that you really, that it's really indicated for you to just give yourself this loving embrace and hug and uplifting words and speaking to yourself for your heart. So this is all about being sensitive and loving to yourself, not hurting yourself, not like judging yourself, or I don't know what is the opposite of acceptance. Yeah. So if you just don't accept yourself, if you push yourself away, um, because you cannot accept yourself as you are, so this is something you should be aware of, because this is hurting your heart very, very harsh. So yeah, this is an important message for you, to be more gentle and loving with your thoughts and words for yourself. Of course, also with your body. You can embrace yourself, or like touching yourself in a loving way, in a respectful, loving way. And you can just also hurt your body with your own hands, yeah, or with some things around you. So, and also you can hurt your heart with your words and your thoughts and your and the energy you express to yourself. So this is much about self-love, okay? And if you have in your human design chart, you have an open or undefined heart ego center. So this is where the self-worth and the self-love and the willpower is like home in your energy field. And if you have this center open, like 70% of the world has it open, you are one of the 70% group that is struggling a lot, or struggling more with self-love, with self-acceptance, with being gentle and loving to yourself. Yeah. So you can just check that and just keep it in mind that your heart is, of course, is very strong and it's very capable of a lot of things and experiences, but it, of course, wants to be treated, like you really appreciate yourself, okay? Like you really love yourself. Okay, this card is about patience. Yeah, okay, so your heart wants you to be more patient with your feelings, with your heart processes, yeah, because we have different like energy fields in our human being whole construction, yeah. So there's of course the head with the mind and the air, like the air element. So, and this is something really fast. It can really change really fast. You can have inspiration, ideas really fast, and you can change your mind really fast. You can change directions very fast. You can just make decisions very fast, yeah. But your heart space is not that fast. So this is why we humans always struggle after when we have cut off from a person, like a deep relationship or something else, and our mind is just like okay with it, or just it has its process done, it's finished, yeah, and we just decide to leave like a relationship. But what happens then in our heart space? So in our heart space, it just takes like not only a few days, it takes weeks, maybe it takes a few months. Sometimes in our life, it even takes just a few years to process all these feelings, emotions, and experiences our heart has made with this person. Yeah. So, and your heart is really wants you to respect and to honor that it's not that fast like your mind. Yeah. So the water is just flowing and it's just pretty deep. Yeah. The ocean is so deep, so vast. Yeah. And it's not moving this fast like the air does. Okay. So just keep in mind that your heart space needs more patience from you being patient with your heart. Okay. So here we have the the treasures within. Your heart has so many treasures within. So, and all these treasures, like these crystals, gold, beautiful flowers, and all this beautiful stuff, it's all within the cave of your heart. Okay? So, and what does it wants to tell you with this image is it wants you, first of all, to lighten up this cave with all your gifts and your treasures. It wants you to just go inside the cave and have your light with you and lighten up the cave and lighten up all the treasures you carry inside of your heart. And then it wants you to be aware of them, and also to just take them and bring them to the world. So, and here's a message, the last message for your reading. Like, what is one of your biggest treasures inside the cave of your heart here, your heart space? And one of your biggest gifts you bring to the world is so the German word is Güte. I just will check what's the English word for you, so you can connect better while listening to my words. So Güte is when you have really like a huge heart. When you are someone who is big-hearted, so you have a lot of love to give to the world, of course. Yeah, it's like, I think the English word is goodness. Yeah. I'm gonna just check. Yeah, Okay, so it's like it's translated with goodness or just with being kind. Yeah, so like goodness and kindness. And in Germany, it really means that you are you don't judge a lot the people. You are someone who is pretty loving. Um, you just give a lot because you're so big-hearted. Um, Everyone feels like embraced by you or being accepted by you. You don't judge the people. You don't you don't get angry a lot with the people. Yeah, it's just like you see them and you just see like, okay, you have your stuff, you have your history, you have your weaknesses and strength, and so on. And I just see you as who you are, and I just give you my love, my blessing, my understanding, my acceptance. And this is the kindness, the goodness you have in your heart. So, and this is, yeah, what your heart is telling me is it wants you to transfer this energy, this kindness, this goodness from your heart, to transfer it to the world, to the people. Yeah, being more kind and living more goodness and kindness with all the humanity out there. Okay. So, all you lovely and kind and good souls, I really appreciate you all, and thank you for listening to this channeling, to this reading, and all these messages for your heart. I hope you have, you have received it very well and understood my English most of the time. That it's fine for you and you could connect to what I was saying to you and bringing to you with this reading. So if you liked it, if you appreciate it, I would be glad you to just give a thumb up and like the video, and maybe you want to comment the video, or maybe you want to just support this channel that is starting today and hopefully will grow very well over the next weeks and months and years all over the world. So I really want to reach a brighter audience. So and I would love you to be part of that and go this way of conscious inspiration, healing, and awakening, of course, too. And so thank you for being here and listening to this reading. I wish you all the best. So, welcome everyone who has picked pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Before we jump into the cards, we will just see if there are any like instant inspirations, channeled messages from your heart, space. Okay. So what is your heart longing for? What is it wishing for? What are your heart's deepest desires? So what I hear, first of all, is like your heart really wants to be seen. So, due to whatever reasons, your heart has not been seen the way it deserves from the world, maybe also from yourself. You have to check it by yourself if it resonates. So, but there's the feeling like your heart is really longing for and wishing for being seen, for being recognized, for being seen how beautiful it is, how wonderful, how precious, and how much it has to give, how much love it has to offer, how much healing. Your heart is like a healing heart for the world. So, and this is your heart really is longing for, to be exposed to the world. It's like your heart has been like in the there's a story, a fairy tale of like Schneewittchen, Snow White, yeah, Snow White and the seven dwarfs. So, and this is like your heart feels like it has been like in this fairy tale sleep for a while, and has not been exposed to the world, has not been seen, has not been received and appreciated in a way that it deserves. So it could be that you can sense a little sadness with this message now, because you feel like there's a resonance with not being seen for your heart in your life. And this is something now is allowed to change. You can now allow your heart to be shown to the world, to be exposed, to be recognized and appreciated, and to be welcomed by the world. So like your heart is a little, or not a little, it's like pretty much hidden from the eyes of the world, from the eyes of the other people. Yeah, because of course your heart is like sensitive heart space, sensitive energy, and very loving heart. And it's not this like, it's not a heart that it's jumping into the room and just saying like, here I am, look how great I am, and so on. So this is not your heart energy. And your heart really needs to have some like ideal, how do I say, conditions. So your heart just needs some specific conditions to feel so comfortable that it can just open up and expose itself to the people and to the world. So there's a need of like a safe space and like a more calm surrounding, and also connecting with sensitive people and loving people with goodness and kindness and so on. So this is because your heart is really also very sensitive, but there is this urge and this longing for being seen, and this is the message from your heart also. It's like, if you don't show your heart, if you don't expose your heart energy to the world and to the people, it can never be seen, and it can never receive this recognition and appreciation and what is the English word for Bestätigung? The confirmation that it is worth, that it's beautiful, that it's appreciated. Yeah, you can never receive this confirmation for your heart that it's so precious and so much worth for the world when you don't show it. So this is the first message from your heart here for all of pile number 2. Okay, now we just smoothly flow into the cards and messages. Okay, so just let's start with the first message. Okay, so your heart is longing for more self-care, so more like emotional self-care. Yeah, it's physical maybe, but it's more about energetic and emotional self-care. It just wants you to take good care of your heart space, of course. And what I get, what your heart is telling me right now is like when you like give your heart, when you give your heart the self-care, so if you caring of your heart by whatever, by receiving love, by giving yourself love, by giving yourself emotional well-being or a safe surrounding or whatever your heart is longing for, you by giving your heart this self-care, your heart is like feeling more loved, more seen, more your heart is get this confirmation that it's worth something. Yeah, so the best thing you can do is just like give your heart so much self-love and self-care. So, and then your heart will become to grow more, more confident, more, more. It will just feel more healthy. So we have the card intention here. And what I hear from this is like it's good for you to always have this intention of self-care and self-love for your heart space, and also like with all your with all the plans you're making in your life, always try to balance it out with your heart's intention. So just like check if your plans are in resonance, if they are like in resonance and peace and connection to your heart's intention. Yeah. And what I also see is like your heart is it's so big, it's so huge, it's so beautiful, it's so precious. Yeah, it's like the person here, like this is coming out of this is a heart space here. It's so huge and it's so deep, it's so connected to the vast universe, to the deepest ocean, to the sky, to like you have a vast heart space, really pretty divine, also pretty connected to the divine, your heart space. So what is your heart craving for? What is it needing? What is it wishing for? Your heart is really wishing for to be in a surrounding that allows you to just stay in silence, stillness, like everything being quiet, for you to connect with the present moment, with the expression of life itself, with nature, of course, and with all the little beings in nature. And it's also about receiving the energy in this quiet moment of stillness, receiving the divine truth. So your heart really wants you to be more consciously connected with the divine truth and with the divine and love, the divine heart maybe. Yeah. What your heart is longing for also is forgiveness. Your heart pretty much wants you to forgive yourself and also to forgive the others, to receive more grounded peace in your heart space. Because if there is any trouble or stress or unfinished business in your heart space cannot really calm down, and it cannot let go of the past. And if it cannot let go of the past, it cannot be present with the presence, with the here and now, with this moment, and can also not be ready to receive what the future is offering you. So being grateful for all your experiences in life, even if they were hurting your feelings or your self perception of yourself. So what I hear is there's nothing in this world that is worth not forgiving it yourself. So there is nothing in this world or in your life and in your heart that is worth you staying in an unhealed state because of not forgiving someone or something to yourself or others. Your heart is telling me that the highest or the strongest desire of your heart is to fully being in a healed state and frequency. So your heart does not want you to resist in letting go of pain, of hurting experiences, of people that have hurted you, of grief, of anger, of sadness, of loss. Your heart really does not want to keep any of those feelings and energies inside of it for eternity. Your heart really wants you to let all of this go. It wants you to not hold on to all these feelings and experiences. because your heart is such a sacred space. It's just a so sensitive and so special and sacred space and energy within you, this heart center, that you should really honor your heart, really honor and respect and appreciate your heart by letting go everything that is unhealed inside of your heart space. Because your heart really wants to come back and then to stay by eternity in this divine peace, in this state of divine love. This is what your heart space is made for and created for. So your heart just wants you to please let go of all, and it's really saying like all, not only like 90% and the last 10%, nah, I want to keep this because it gives me something for my ego or whatever. Yeah. And this is also about letting go of judgmentals of yourself and others for what they have done to you. You are not here as a soul on earth to just be a victim. You're just here to learn, to experience, and also to create. And you had just a lot of commitments given to other souls for this incarnation, where you and others are getting hurt by something they have done or you have done or said or whatever. Just to learn something out of it. So, there is no enemy. There is no enemy. It's just an illusion of the ego. That there is enemy. That there are a lot of enemies to you. But this like enemy thinking or feeling or believing is just like darken your heart space, and you don't want that. You really don't want that. You really want to come back to this divine peace and this divine love, where you just like wish all the best luck for yourself and others. You really don't want to wish bad things to other people or yourself. You really don't want that. There maybe is a part of your mind that it's driven by the ego, identification, of separation, that tells you that you want to wish bad things to yourself or to others, that you are guilty for something you've done, or the other people are guilty for something they have done. But this is not the truth. And it's not what your heart wants you to believe in, or to see, or to feel. Just invite the Holy Spirit, like this is here behind of this person, and bringing the light and the grace and the healing. Just invite the Holy Spirit, the Divine Spirit, to just clear your heart space from all grief, anger, sadness, pain, painful hurtings, and so on, hurtful experiences. And of course, of all of judgmentals for yourself and others. Because you really now want to clean up your heart space, so that you can come back to its natural state of being as a divine, loving energy. So, very often we all feel some much more, some less, but we all feel sometimes alone, like we are alone. And not only alone in our lives and in our homes and so on, being alone in a room. We just feel like being alone in the whole universe. Like we have been abandoned from God, from the divine, from the universe. But this is false. This is not true. You're just like holding the candle for your divine light, your connection to the divine light. And you also got these wings to always come back to your divine home. So you are never really alone. You're just on a journey where sometimes you just feel like you would be alone, but you're not. You're just like a few seconds away from divine home, from divine love and consciousness. And you are also like sitting on this cloud that is like floating through universe and just carrying you on your soul path in this life. And what also comes into my mind is a song from Michael Jackson. It's funny because this is the title, You're Not Alone, from Michael Jackson. And this is like, why this comes into my mind is just because there are a lot of people in this world who are reminding us all for important things to remind. For example, like that we are not alone as we are here on our journey. So there are a lot of, like I call them earth angels, very connected spiritual people, souls coming on earth, giving a lot of love, forgiveness, peace, warmth, connection. And we all need this sometimes. To not feel alone, to not feel lost or abandoned on our journey. So, if you just sometimes feel like you are alone in this whole universe and you cannot connect to anything or anybody or to divine love or whatever, just go and seek for these people, these earth angels. Some you can find as artists, musicians, or maybe actors in movies. Sometimes even some politicians. Or yeah, maybe you have some friends in your private field that are these earth angels reminding others of just being okay, being love, being divine light. And you can just connect to these people to remember yourself. And when you have remembered yourself, you carry the torch for the others too, as they do for you. your heart really wants to remember you that your words are so powerful, so strong, so mighty. You can just like create a paradise on earth only with your own words. You can create a paradise, you can create divine heaven on earth for people only with your words you choose, you speak. And this is what your heart is longing for and is desiring, is that you should, or it wants you to choose your words like it wants you to accept your heart space, your heart energy as the source for your words you're speaking into the world. So just like, directly speaking out of your heart. Okay? And it wants you to speak with love. It wants you to speak with really good vibes, high vibes, divine intentions, so that all your divine love can flow out of your heart space, your heart chakra, here through the throat chakra center, out of your mouth, into the world, and just there create like, energies of love, of peace, of being connected, of remembering each other, of the divine love and light and home. So this card is speaking about making decisions. So it's telling to make a decision. And it's telling you to make a decision between, like what I mentioned before, the more ego side of our world, of ourself, of our human being, our consciousnesses. Of course we can live this more egoic side, or we can just like live more this peaceful, joyful, respectful, loving side, this more divine side, this more like I already mentioned, like you create with your words, you create some kind of paradise, like divine paradise on earth. So, and this is what you can decide when speaking out of your heart. So for you it's about your heart desires you to choose more speaking and creating out of your heart space, so like creating a loving, peaceful paradise energy in the world, and less from the egoic, self-centered, limited ego mind identity and reality. So, and this is what your heart wants you to make this decision, to go more to this side, to go more to speaking from your heart into the world, and then creating this loving, peaceful place, this paradise on earth. So, this card is talking about prayers. So of course it's indicated for you to send prayers to the divine, to receive this divine connection, love, light, support, and also guidance on your soul path. And yeah, what your heart is also telling you is like this is you lying here in the water, a little lost, yeah, a little bit lost and confused, or maybe also overwhelmed from this world and all the experience you had every day in your life. And this mermaid here is like, this is your heart. This is your heart energy, your divine heart. And this is like holding you safe. It's rescuing you from going under the water and just, it just embraces you, takes care of you, and just make sure that you are going to survive this experience as a human being and survive it in a good way. So it's a lot about healing, the healing waters, the healing energy of your divine heart. And of course, it all comes to self-love, loving yourself first, like your heart is loving you, and you can just give love back to your heart by making conscious decisions and conscious actions. It's so important that we all understand that there's no one in this world that deserves more love than you do. Of course, there's no one in this world deserves less love than you do. So, either way, you deserve being rescued. And you deserve rescue yourself. So this card is about relationships. Of course, when it comes to our heart space and the desires and longings of our heart, always the relationships play an enormous, huge role in our lives, of course. We are not an island, or we are not a lonely star in the universe connected to nothing than space. So we are all here on Earth together, on this Earth ship and this Mother Earth. And of course we do connect a lot with other people and go into relationships. And some of them they are funny, some of them they are difficult, some are more deep, others more superficial. So it's very different. And like your heart is telling me, yeah, that it really longs and wishes for having relationships, for having more relationships in this world with other souls. Like it's saying like, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm here for, to have relationships with other people. I'm not here for being an island on my own, only separated from humanity. It's not making sense to your heart. okay? And it wants also to be courageous and adventurous, having new experiences with people in this world. It's like a whole fun park here on Earth, yeah? So this card is talking about your arriving in the, so it's about your vision, your life vision, and it's about the completion of your life vision. So like taking the crown, putting it on your head, like you get crowned, yeah? So, and this is the final completion of your vision, of the vision of your heart. And we will just go on and see what is it related to. So it's interesting because we have like here you should think over some relationships or like how you see or experience relationships, and we have here the card relationships. So I think your the completion of your vision of life, of your life, has a lot to do with heart relationships to other people in your lifetime. And also, in some of these relationships, you will experience some sadness, of course, because things do not work out the way you have wished for, or you have desired it to be this way. So there's a lot of sadness in your heart space for not getting what you wanted or what you felt you will receive with a certain relationship with one person. So there's a lot of grief and sadness and unhealed wound in your heart space. So, and this all wants to be healed now. And what your heart is telling me is like there is like and this is why you should like overthink how you see relationships and love, is there is a difference between how your heart, your divine heart, your loving heart is seeing and connecting with and experience relationships in your life with other hearts, other people's hearts, and like how you perceive it by your conscious mind and your conscious personality. There is a difference. So like your heart is attracting people into your life for connecting and experience a deep bond and deep connection and a deep like exchange of love and energy and support and a lot of things. And then when the day comes that all you have to give to this other person and this person all they had to give to you like is like completed, there's the completion of your interaction and your exchange of love and healing and inspiration and all that stuff. Then it happens that your heart and also the other heart decides to be grateful and thankful for what you could receive due to this relationship for yourself. and then to like move on your path, on your life path, to go into new relationships and create new experiences and new exchange of love and energy and new learnings by new experiences and so on. So, and this is how your heart lives and sees and perceives relationships, but it's not how you, on your personality, conscious personality side of being a human, that like connects and bonds and wants to keep and do not want to let go and to separate. Yeah, because we are so connected consciously to this construct of ego identity that is like identified with being separated, being hurted, being alone, being not worthy, being not complete, being not okay in this present state of being, that we have to experience so much pain by relationships, because we have like certain expectations and desires that are coming out of our unhealed, very wounded ego identity, self-construction, that is not similar to the real truth of our divine heart. So, and this is like this, the difference. So why you suffer so much from romantic or at all from relationships in your life, because you interpret that when somebody is leaving your life, that this is a loss. But this is not the real truth. You are not losing something. You are just allowing. You are just allowing the other person to give what it has, what he or she has given you. That this other person also gives it to other people who are in a need of receiving their gifts. And you are allowing yourself, and the other person is allowing yourself to also go on with your life path and giving to other people what you are able to give them, your gifts, that they are able to receive what the other person was receiving through you. So when life changes and like your heart, your divine heart and your soul has made a conversation with the divine heart and soul of the other person, like your partner, and they had a conversation and made an agreement and both decided to like complete this connection or this relationship for this certain point in your life. This is like not something that happens to you as a victim. This is how we perceive it, how we feel it, because this is why we are so sad and so why it's so painful, yeah? Because we perceive like there's something happen in our life that we actually don't want to happen. We don't want to let this person go. We don't want to let this love go, this connection, all these gifts we receive from the other person and we can give to this person from ourselves. So all this exchange this breathing in and out, this exchange of energy and love. We don't want to end that with this person because we love them and they love us. So, and this is, so this painful process is only and always only happening in our conscious ego mind identity of ourselves, believing that we are a separated body that is separated from this other separated body and this is the whole reality. So of course, if you believe this is true, yeah, you will always suffer a lot. Yeah. So, but this is not the real truth behind the veil. Yeah. So, what is the yearning, the longing of your heart? It wants you to understand and overthink your relationship and how you see and perceive relationships, and the beginning, the middle and the end of a relationship, the completion. I would not even say the end of a relationship. I would say like the completion, because this is also what this card is saying, the completion of a vision. And you should see like what your heart is telling you is, it wants you to see like relationships like you are here this tree. Yeah, you are just this tree grounded on earth, and just you have your place, your ground, your love, your heart and so on, and everything's fine. You are just you. Yeah. And then there are a lot of butterflies flying around you through this world. And sometimes there is a butterfly visiting you and staying with you in your place, in your space, in your life. And it stays there for how long it just feels right for you both. And when you both have the feeling like, okay, there's a completion, we have like experienced everything we ever could together. Beneath like just being in this comfy zone of being very intimate with each other and so on, and knowing each other very well and so on, and receiving and giving this love. So this could stay forever, of course, but there's nothing more like substantial for you to give each other for your personal growth, or for your spiritual path, or your your soul path for this incarnation. So, and then of course it makes sense that this butterfly is like leaving this leaving its place in your life, so that another one can come and take this free place. Okay, so it would not make sense to just conserve every relationship in your life. So at the end of your life you would just have like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 relationships at the same time with so many people. So how could that work? Yeah. So if you are related to angels, to archangels, you can just check in here with this energy of Archangel Metatron. And why this card appears is like, through all of these processes of being sad and feeling hurt and don't understand why people leave your life and why relationships end and why it's so painful and hurtful and so on, this creates a lot of chaos in your heart center, in your heart chakra, your heart energy, your heart space. It's a lot of like chaotic feelings and so on. And if you want to calm this down and to bring it back to divine order, you can just like meditate and contemplate with this energy of Archangel Michael, Metatron, and also with this Metatron cube. So this sacred geometry you can just use for yourself to place yourself energetically and with your mind and your body back to your divine order, where everything has its place and where it's clean and clear and, you know, healthy and stable and connected. Okay? So you can just like wear a I don't know how to say, like a bracelet or like something on your chest, wearing on your chest with this symbol, yeah. For example, a crystal with this symbol on it or something like this, to just support your heart space for being cleared and coming back to divine order, to stable order, to just clarity and calmness. Okay. So this card is talking about, so the German word is innehalten, so it's like being present with this moment, with this present moment, not doing anything, not deciding anything, just like being present with yourself and your heart space. Because what your heart is telling me is that it has the longing for understanding and clarity and all what I mentioned before with the sacred geometry and all its qualities for your heart space. It's very important to have that. Is like when you were too much involved with a like heartbreak situation or something like this. You're in pain, you're in sadness, you're in just don't know why it happens, and just like you cannot let go, you cannot accept what it is, what's the reality right now, and you just need your time to process all these feelings. Of course, as I mentioned before, like the water energy your heart is related to is not that fast like the air energy from your mind. So you can make decisions very quickly with your mind and change direction very quickly, but your heart is not changing direction very quickly. And it's not changing very quickly. So your heart takes like maybe 10 times longer than your head for processes to complete. Yeah. So just give yourself, your heart, time for changes, for endings, for new situations and so on. Just don't overwhelm yourself with like you have to be very fast with to be very fast with healing changes in your lives that are painful. So just give yourself the time you need. And this is meant with this card, just give yourself the time you need for being present with all your feelings and the situation and what is happening and so on. And when you do that, when you give yourself time and when you just like stand still within yourself, in your mind, and calm down. And this is like, I don't know if you know the Bachblüten. This is like flower essences from a German medical that has lived a few decades ago, Dr. Edward Bach. And he has invented a therapy with flower essences, and you can use to have certain impact on your energetic, emotional, and psychic human being, and also for your heart space. And what I've heard is like the white chestnut. This is the flower essence for you to when you struggle to come into this energy of being calm inside yourself, in your mind, and so on. Being calm, not overthinking and overwhelming yourself with thoughts and feelings and so on. Just calming down. And then when you receive this state of mind, when you can calm down and be totally clear in this presence, in this present moment, then all the understanding you are looking for, you need to find your peace with endings and completions and changes in your life and relationships. Then you will find this understanding. And when you find this understanding, you will be okay. You will feel okay with that change, because you now know why it has to happen. And you can find peace with it, because you can see and understand that it's in the divine order. Like everything is in divine order, in the right time. So you have divine order and divine timing. So, and these both are working together for you in your life. And these flower essences will really help you to get into this peaceful state of understanding, and it's so like you feel really blessed and peaceful and totally okay with everything happens in your life, because you really understand the deeper meaning of it. And then you are not resisting anymore. You are in flow. You are flowing of your heart space and your heart energy. Okay? So if you appreciated this reading, if you find it helpful, inspirational, supporting, I would really love to receive your support for this channel via liking the video, commenting it, connecting with the collective, with the community, with me, with this channel. And of course you can support this channel via the Amazon wishlist or the PayPal link if you want to give something back. So I would appreciate that, of course, too. And I really hope it was a nice, helpful reading for you. And I wish you all the best and hope you will join us the next time too. So welcome all lovely souls here for this reading from pile number 3. Let's just dive in and see what is your heart, your divine heart is longing for. What are your heart's deepest desires for your life? And what is it needing? What is it craving for? What does your heart really want you to know, to give to your heart? And before we jump into the cards, we will just tune in for a moment and see if there are any instant messages, channelings for you from your heart space. Okay. First of all, your heart is telling me that it really wants you to connect to the divine. So, your heart is pretty. How do I say? Um, your heart is a pretty transcendent heart. It's all about transcendence, transcendent love, transcendent relationships, transcendent. It's a lot of just transcendent energy and frequencies here in your heart space. So, and this is what your heart really is longing for. It wants to bring all this transcendence to the world through you. Because you have brought this heart with you here on earth, and it really wants to, yeah, to bring so much divine peace and love and fulfillment and transcendence into the world. It also wants to transcend like all limitations of egoic mind and systems and all old world orders and stuff and old like injuries and hurtings and failures and everything. And we just want to transcend everything to just pure bliss. Okay, this is nice. You really got a nice heart. Pretty nice heart. Yeah, so you're bringing with your heart, you're bringing really a huge divine gift to this earth. Like you're an earth angel coming from the divine to just transcend a lot of stuff here on earth. That it's no longer serving the people and humanity anymore. So, and you are here to change this. Okay. So, okay, let's just tune in if there's something more to say from your heart. Yeah. So your heart is telling me that it really wants you, so it really wants to guide you. It wants to guide your decisions. It wants to guide your daily life. It wants to guide everything in your life. Because it sees that you are still making so many decisions, not with your heart or guided by heart, but guided by conventions, expectations from others, or just expectations from your mind or your egoic self or lower self, or just like what you think is the right thing to do. Yeah, but it's what you think is not always fed by your heart's desires, but more of like some mind constructions you have. You have been conditioned to in your life. So there were a lot of conditioning going on in your mind, like brainwashing, and your heart really wants to put that aside and just wants to guide you from the deepest realms of your heart. So for you, it's really good to allow your heart consciously and like spoken, as so like you speak loud to your heart and allow it to be your your guidance, your daily guidance, your teacher, your compass. Like there's the compass with the needle that's always showing in the direction of north. So, and this is like you should use your heart this way. like seeing in what direction does it point the needle. So yeah, just all about following your heart and making decisions by what you feel in your heart, not what you think or what others say it's best or whatever, or what you believe in your mind it's best for you. Just let your heart, your divine heart, be most of the times the only leader in your life. Because of course your heart is like fed by your soul and by your divine higher self. So whatever you feel in your heart, all your desires and longings and wishes, it just comes from your deepest soul, your highest self, your divine self, from divine source. So the best way for you to live is living by your heart. Okay, living by the feelings of your heart. So let your heart feelings lead you, guide you in your daily life. Okay, let's see what we find in the cards from your heart. So you are loved. So whenever you think you are not loved or you are not worth of receiving love, or you are just like nobody wants to love you, these are like when you're judging yourself not being worth being loved. Yeah, so of course this is not true. So what I can see or what I feel is like you are loved a lot. You are really loved and appreciated a lot. Not only, of course, from the divine source, you are so much loved and appreciated, of course. So this will never change, no matter what you do. So what your heart wants to do for you is it giving you clues. It's giving you like ideas, solutions, inspirations, and it's like it's coming it's coming out of the blue, very spontaneous, very light-hearted, and very maybe playful, or more not childish, but like pure playful energy. It's coming from your heart and just telling you like, you can do this way, you could do this or that, or and this is always with like with so much joy and excitement. So whenever you get those impulses or those like feelings, clues, your heart really is the source of that, and it wants, of course, you to follow that clues and ideas, and being spontaneous and playful and open to yeah, to follow whatever it is. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is about tenderness and softness and gentleness you give to yourself, self care. What I hear from your heart is like you are someone who is pretty hard and harsh with himself, with yourself. So, like, you judge yourself pretty much, pretty hard, and this is really hurting your heart space. This is pretty much hurting your heart. Because when you don't love yourself and you don't give this appreciation and gentleness, softness, tenderness to yourself, to your own heart space, of course your heart will bleed a lot. So this is an invitation for you to let go of all kind of being hard to yourself and judge yourself, because you can just like destroy yourself if you want to proceed with that more and more and more and more, or you can just build up your heart space and your self-love, your self-worth by really being gentle, tender and loving to yourself. Okay? So give yourself flowers, like flower essences, as I mentioned before, this in this other reading from Edward Bach, using flower essences for yourself to heal your like you being so hard to yourself, and also like watching animals in nature to get a glimpse of what it's meant to be more gentle with each other or with yourself, because we have the, I don't know how to say what's the word in English, but you see like these animals here, like the Bambis, and they are very very gentle creatures, very tender, very soft, very loving with themselves and also with others, very nurturing, self-nurturing, very calm, very soft. So, and this is all qualities you really need for yourself, as a contrast for all the times where you have been so hard, so cold, so hard, so judgmental to yourself. Okay? It's so funny because when you start being more soft and gentle with your heart space and with yourself as a human being, not judging yourself, you will receive so much ideas, clues, inspirations, because we have the clues and we have new ideas. So it's all about the same energy of having new ideas and inspirations for your life. And this is always coming from your heart. But your heart will only send all these ideas and clues and inspirations and spontaneous energies flowing into your mind when you be gentle with your heart. Yeah, because your heart is very sensitive and it will not give you a lot of advice or guidance or teaching or inspiration or whatever when you just always like punching in it with your fist. Yeah, just with your pretty harsh thoughts and words. Yeah, so please don't do that anymore. Be very gentle with your heart space so that it will like flourish. Okay? Yeah, and this is also talking about the self-care. We had this self-care card in the reading. I don't know, it was the first or the second pile, but there was also the card self-care. And yeah, so your heart, what is your heart longing for? It's longing for caregiving. Caregiving for yourself, caregiving for the nature, caregiving for other creatures, if they are human or animal creatures or plants or whatever. Like, you have a heart that has come to earth to just be a caregiver, to nurture, to heal, to let things grow and flourish and blossom, all the flowers. Your heart is just like a divine mother, a caregiver for the world, for yourself, for everything, for just all divine beings, all divine expressions, just for life itself. You are just this divine caregiving energy. Okay? Wow. This is great. This is huge. It's so funny. It's so awesome. I just mentioned before. And of course I do not cherry pick any cards before the reading, so it's all guided by a divine source. So, like, as I described, this energy is like Mother Mary, right? So the divine mother, the divine caregiving, loving, nurturing energy. So, and what lies next to it is just Mother Mary itself. So your heart space, your heart energy is just like the reincarnation of Mother Mary. So you are just living this energy of Mother Mary, of this caregiving divine mother, just nurturing and loving all creatures and all sensitive beings on this planet. So this is special. So all you guys from this reading, like, you are really here to heal the world. I already said it in another reading. There was the card Heal the World, like the song from Michael Jackson, who also was like this Mother Mary incarnated loving caregiving energy, who also just like healed the world with his love, with his music, with his words, with his sounding frequencies of love. Okay? So, and if you can relate to this artist or not, you are just here to be this reincarnation of this Mother Mary energy of being a divine mother, a divine nurturing loving soul on earth. So all the people around you will be so blessed and so happy to have you in their life. Wow. Yeah. And you just like, this is the principle of your heart. It's just like for yourself should you really like to see this truth about yourself, that this is, du bist es wert in Germany. It's just about your self-worth. Yeah, like you are worth it. Yeah, you are just really worth it. You are just worth it being this divine, feminine, nurturing, divine mother energy, this divine Mother Mary energy, nurturing just the whole universe with your love. And this is like all comes out of your heart space, and So regarding the question of this reading, like what your heart is longing for is like, of course, living this energy and like transfer it from your heart space through your actions and words and energy expressions in this world to all the sensitive beings and people and places, to just bless the world with your divine nurturing energy. So this is so healing for the world. You are just here to heal the world, to heal everything on earth, everything. Wow. You just see and just everything is beginning to blossom, to flourish, to burn, to get bright, and to just open up like this huge lotus flower here in the sky. This is like your footprint you're leaving here on earth. It's just like leaving a healed place, and yeah. So this is why you're here. Yeah. Because why is it this energy, this quality? Yeah. Just because you have so much compassion. Your heart is so fully compassionate with all sensitive beings, with plants, with animals, with all humans, with everything. You are just so compassionate, so nurturing, and so loving, so caregiving. You are just so kind-hearted, so much goodness, so much grace, so much divine love that you express through your heart space in this world. This is so awesome. Like you are really a reincarnation of Mother Mary, Jesus Christ, I don't know, Mahatma Gandhi, like all these people, like, or as I mentioned, Michael Jackson, or just other huge personalities in history of humanity. Like they has come to earth to just heal the world with love. Okay? And this is the same for you to do here. And what came into my mind after saying the last sentence, why you are here, is like, how do you do that? How do you bring it into the world? And this is something you have to seek. You have to search for. Like, how can you give your love, your nurturing, your caregiving energy, your divine, peaceful blessings to the world? Yeah, how can you do that? This is like your heart wants you to do it every day, and just wants you to find ways to how to bring it into the world over your actions, your behaviors, your mind, your aura, just your energetic presence, your heart space, your words, your whatever, like whatever you do, your heart always wants you to seek for a way to bring this loving energy, this compassion and this caring energy into the world. Being a light for the whole world. For all the people that are lost in the dark and are looking for light, and you are this light, you're bringing this divine light to them. Okay? Maybe yourself or also other people perceive you being a just incredible, beautiful creature, beautiful presence, beautiful face, or beautiful eyes, or beautiful aura, beautiful body, whatever. just being a beautiful person. And why this card came into this reading now is just, it's so important for you to see and appreciate all the beauty within you, because this is all coming from your divine heart space that is incarnated beauty. You are incarnated divine beauty, yeah, and you bring so much beauty from within. So here is said, like, Schönheit kommt von innen. It's like the beauty comes from the inside. Maybe your outer shell is beautiful too, but where this beauty comes from is your inside, and it's your heart space. This is your compassionate, caregiving, loving, nurturing, Mother Mary healing energy that makes you so beautiful as a person, as a human being. What you bring into this world with your heart space, with your heart energy, it's like you are supporting the whole thing, yeah? So the whole world, the whole divine creation. Like you are this earth angel has come to earth to heal this place, to clean it, to clear out of all dark energies and frequencies and painful stuff and so on. All this stuff nobody really wants to have in their life, yeah. And you are just here to just give your divine love, your energy, your rainbow energy into this world, so that everything here is blossoming, growing, flourish, healing. Okay? So you're just sent by the divine source as an angel to just heal the world. Okay? Yeah. And this is something you should really think about it, because I can feel that, I can sense that a lot of people listening to this reading now has no clue of how important they are to this planet and to the human mankind, to humanity, for how important they are for the divine plan for the whole humanity. So you should really think about it and ask yourself, what is your higher mission here on earth with your divine heart you have brought to this planet, with all that love and compassion you have and all that healing energy. Because there's something bigger waiting for you. So, and what this card is talking about is let your love be your torch in the dark, yeah. So, or on your life path. So, what the reason why you are here on this planet in this incarnation is just to bring your divine, conscious, divine love, your compassionate, caregiving, and nurturing love, like Mother Mary, Jesus Christ, or other enlightened beings on this planet, as you are, to just bring this down to earth, bring this like paradise on earth, and just, yeah, bless all the creatures here, all the divine creatures, with your nurturing heart. Okay? Yes. And this is also like what I get now is this is your soul contract also. You just really gave your commitment for this incarnation to, yeah, heal the world with your heart, with your love, with your compassion and all your loving energy. And yeah, and you're just here to let the world blossom and flourish. And you're just here to make the people happy, but not by being a people pleaser, but by being someone who is happy himself from the deepest of its heart space, and then like sharing this happiness and this love and this compassion with the world, and creating a safe space for others that surround you. And yeah, I always hear like "Heal the World," this song from Michael Jackson. Like, yeah, this is your soul mission. Yeah, but not by suffering. So a lot of like spiritual people misunderstand healing someone or something or the world, or love others or love the world, or just bring your divine love to the world has something to do with suffering himself. So, but that's not right. Okay, so you are not meant to suffer in this life. Okay, this is not your soul mission or your purpose. And it's also not even necessary. It's not even necessary. It's not even, it's totally senseless. It's not even helpful for anything for you to do what is related to your soul contract, to your commitment for this lifetime. So you can just leave that all behind, all this suffering and all these believings like you need to suffer to gain something. So this is not true. Okay, so you're just here to give your pure love, compassion, your Mother Mary energy to the world. This is it. Yeah, and this is of course what your heart is yearning for, what it's longing for, what is your deepest heart's desire is just to bring that to the world, this healing, loving, nurturing energy. So this is it. You are allowed, and you are like, your heart wants to inspire you to just create the perfect, the right circumstances in your life and in your your community, your region, your city, like where you live, and to just create the ideal and perfect circumstances for you to do all this, to give this holy, sacred, compassionate heart energy to the world. And you can do it by different ways, like paintings, music you create, your voice, you speak, you sing, or you're writing some books or something like this, or you're creating YouTube videos or whatever. You like there's this limitless or unlimited opportunities to heal the world with your love, with your heart energy. Okay, it's pretty limitless. Yeah, and you just the Freiheit, so this freedom. So you're just called to be free and just like reach the whole world with your gifts you have with you, okay? With all the universal energy and love you bring, all the peace you bring to the world. You are just called to just like bring it all over the world. You are not limited to just like a little small town or region or some people or a group or a little peer group or something like this. You are just called to fly, to spread your wings all over the world. Okay? Spread your wings all over the world with all the love and all this divine energy you have brought with you here. This is so funny. I can't believe it. So I don't know. We had these double energies here, and like new ideas and clues. Like it's almost the same. We have like this caregiving, nurturing energy here. The Mother Mary. It's very like similar. This compassion and yeah, and we have this freedom card here. This is the German word for freedom. Okay, so and what do we got here? Just beside of it, it's the same. It's the same. So it's freedom. So your life and your heart wants just to be free to love and to just heal the world and just like fly all over the world. Like it's also freedom, the word, the meaning, the energy, but also the image. It's like almost the same. Like an angel, a soul, a human soul flying over the world and send all his blessings to all sensitive beings on this planet. Okay. So, you lovely soul, lovely person, you are just like what I see or get is like you're one of the chosen ones on this planet. Of course, everyone is chosen to follow his life path and follow his like soul plan and his commitment, his soul contract for his incarnation. This is for everyone. There is something specific, but like the chosen one is more like someone who has a commitment given to the divine and given to the soul, like the collective soul of humanity, giving a commitment to just bring into the world a bigger shift of consciousness, of love, of compassion, of empathy, of healing. Yeah, just like all over the world during the history of human mankind, there were like all these very lightful souls placed on earth, like little spotlights, yeah, and they just like radiate very very bright and very white, so that the whole world gets enlightened and gets blessed by this divine energy and love. And this is what is happening through you also in this lifetime on earth. So yeah, you are here like Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, or just other really remarkable people in the human history that has created a deep and great impact on humanity itself, on the healing process, on the conscious awakening, divine consciousness, coming back to divine source, coming back to wholeness, to completion, to divine love. This is what you give your commitment to, what you're here for, And this is, of course, what is your heart's biggest desire, your biggest yearning and longing and wish for you to receive and to know, and then, of course, to live and to allow and to follow this life path of your heart. And this is all I have to say for you. So it's up to you to just follow this calling and this commitment you gave for your life path and for the whole humanity on Earth and this planet with all these wonderful creatures on it. And you're just here to bring your healing love, your compassion and caregiving energy. You're just an Earth angel, a chosen one. You're just here to shine so big, so much, so wide, so brightly, that everyone on this planet can just sense your energy and can be reminded to be or to come back to this divine love, to this wholeness, to this peace, to this happiness and bliss. And I just want to say thank you that you are here and that you have committed to go this way and to bring all these blessings to the world, to all of us. And I really want to say thank you, also in the name of the Divine, but also in the name of humanity, because it's so important that you are here and that you follow this path and this calling. And yeah, so this is a huge impact you will have on Earth in this lifetime.